Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. I thought I'd get on here for a few and share about new things that's going on in my life. I know I've been hinting around for several months that I got to be a part of a great opportunity, and I have. Um, Thanks to author Venus Chandler and the help of Tanya DeFreitas, I got the opportunity to tell about my childhood sexual abuse story in a book. So I'm officially an author along with 99 other ladies. I'm assuming here in the U.S., some might be in other countries. I don't know. But we are co-authors together in a book called Silent No More Anthology. And the stories of Venus, along with Tanya, is also in the book as well. So I appreciate y'all, and I'm grateful to God for this opportunity. Matter of fact, I prayed for the opportunity to write a book, even though the entire book is not about me. Perhaps there will be future writings on my own as well. But I know this is a dark subject. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. People who have experienced it feel ashamed. I'm not ashamed to tell my story. I briefly posted on social media several years ago about something that happened to me, although I didn't go in detail. I did not give any names. But needless to say, it pissed a lot of relatives off because the abuse was from family members, and it's the truth. I want to say I had people contact me saying that I was embarrassing the family. I had people who normally didn't even think about me, didn't give two rub pennies about me, wanted to contact me and fuss at me, and a couple people did. And one of them was one of my actual abusers. I was threatened, which anybody that knows me, I don't take threatening lightly. Hey, you know, if you're gonna jump bad, you better be prepared. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But also I was told that I was crazy, that I was sick, and that I needed to get help. You know, y'all, that's victim shaming. When somebody's speaking up about a situation, you know, I mean, you can do what you want. You don't have to believe them, but you shouldn't victim shame, especially if you're not the person involved and you weren't there. You shouldn't say that someone's lying, because my truth is that I was raped around 4 or 5 years old, and I was continually molested over the years, probably up until the age of 9, by several different relatives. And you know, that is not my fault. The point of my book in this video is not to point the finger at anybody. I do want to say that I've forgiven everybody. I don't hate anyone, and I've never hated anyone. But my truth is, I struggled with my identity throughout my life because of that. I struggled with insecurities and low self-esteem, and although that's past, it definitely affected relationships in my life. It affected family relationships, romantic relationships. It affected friendships, you know. And here I am at 43. I'm still working on myself. But and that's not the only thing I've been through. I've been through a lot of stuff that people do not know about, you know. And I'm here today because of the grace of God. But anyway, you know, back to the book. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful to tell my story, because, you know, when you share something, it makes you stronger. Even the Bible says to when you overcome by the word of your testimony, and that's true. You know, so again, this is not to point the finger at anyone. This is not to be hateful. It's my truth, and I don't care who doesn't like it. You know, if you know me well enough, you know, when it comes to certain things, I'm passionate about it, and I will speak up about it. Look, I am my father's daughter, and I am my grandmother's granddaughter. So, you know, I'm not this quiet person that people think that I am. I just ask that when I share the link above, because it won't, of course, be in the comments of this video, but I'm going to share the link to my book above. What makes my book unique, not only is about my only personal story, even though the other ladies' stories are in this book, I have an individualized cover with my name on it. and so it does sell on Amazon. So I ask that that you will please support my story, that you would share the link, that you would purchase the book, you would share it with other people. But I'm not an individual that's gonna, sit back in a cave and, not say anything. This is my truth. And I mean, I want to say in advance, because I was attacked before, like I said, this is not to make my family look bad. I have a lot of great loving relatives, but there's some that, hey, I've been lied on for years. And when I see certain relatives, they'll say, I heard this, I heard that, because you're believing other people, but you're not coming to me. Regardless of what you heard, you're not coming to me and talking to me, so you're believing what you heard about me. Look, I get up every morning and put on my clothes like everybody else. I try to live a good life. I'm human like everybody else. Was I out here dragging people and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing to other people? No. I really try to live a good life. But just like anyone else, I've made my mistakes. But, my father raised me well. And so to the individuals like, well, I heard this and I heard that, or you believed everything that you heard about me, not even necessarily pertaining to child sexual trauma, but just in general, you know what? You ain't got to deal with me. How about that? I mean, that's the type of woman I am. Okay? So anyway, I just ask that that y'all would support me in the mission. And when you support me in the mission, if you get the book, it's not only reading my story, but you're reading the stories of the other ladies. This our stories is just to say this: hey, life goes on. You can heal and move forward in life. You are not what you're not what happened to you. And then I also want to say, for the people that was involved in my story, I hope that you got counseling. I hope that that you healed. Perhaps maybe somebody done that to you. I do want to say I did attempt to confront my abusers. One of them I did. That didn't go over so well. Like, that was the person that kind of, called themselves threatening me on a slide years ago. Look, I'm not even worrying about that. I still love you. There was the person that actually raped me. I attempted to confront them. We'll have a conversation, not an argument, but a conversation. I had a talk with that individual's mother years ago, which is one of my great aunts. And I knew my great aunt didn't believe me. She said that she knows her son. Okay, you didn't know that. She wasn't nasty or rude to me, but towards the end of the conversation, she made a conversation. She said, well, you're not going to get to talk or confront everybody. So basically, she was saying she's not going to let me talk to her son. I still made an attempt, and that particular cousin's wife got in the way, and she started playing with my truth. I would call her out, but I'm not going to do that. And somehow I think I was able to get the number, but she answered the phone, and like I said, basically she tried to play a mind game with me to keep me from talking to her cousin, to her husband, which is my cousin. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, when this happened, you were nowhere in the picture. And that individual was probably around, he was like in his early teens when that happened. So to me, when people get in your way of trying to work out your emotions and talk to the person or people involved, you become enablers. And that day, she became an enabler. And I'm sorry, if someone is saying this about your loved one, you're not protecting them by blocking the abused from confronting them, or at least having a decent adult conversation, because we're adults now. And you're blocking them, thinking you're blocking the abuser, thinking you're protecting your husband or whoever was involved. No, you're an enabler. And then you to me, that was making fun of my pain because you didn't believe it. You know what, people, just because you don't believe something doesn't make it false. God knows I'm telling the truth. Heaven knows I'm telling the truth. And it is what it is. So that's basically my video. It's called Silent No More Anthology. It does sell on Amazon. Is very inexpensive, and I just ask that you support the mission. Buy the book for yourself, buy your book for your coworkers, buy the book for your loved ones. In doing so, if you don't know how to deal with it, if you don't know how to talk about it or speak up, maybe our stories will empower you, will inspire you to move forward. You know, share it. Flood your timelines with the link. Any support in getting the word out there that will help bring healing to others as well as yourselves, I really appreciate it, because I know you don't have to. And like I said, I know this is a dark subject. People don't want to talk about it. They want to sweep it under the rug. But this is nothing to be ashamed about. This is nothing that you did to yourself. I didn't do this to myself. You know, and like I said, what I wrote in the book, I could have went even deeper with it. But I think I said enough to get my point across. These things did happen to me. And no, I did not tell my father, because anybody that knew my father growing up, my father was loving. He was bold and he was strong, and he would have peeled some caps behind me. But somehow I just didn't tell him, because I felt like that if I told him, well, my daddy probably would have died in prison, maybe. I don't know. So I kept it from him. There was a mention, like when I came out about some things years ago, I was asked by a great aunt, well, why didn't your grandmother say anything? I don't believe that my sister wouldn't have said anything. Well, I only told my grandmother about the rape, and I was like an adult by that time. I didn't tell her about anything else. And I remember my grandmother saying, you know, don't say anything. I don't understand why she said that. I didn't ask, but she did mention that, you know, me and your father taught you that if anything of this nature should happen, to tell us. But she quickly said that, you know, maybe it's good that you didn't, because you know what your father would have done. So, look, I mean, maybe I saved lives by not telling, but my daddy had every right to know. He did. And at that time, I felt like that's all I had, because my mother wasn't in me and my brother's lives for several reasons, which I'm not going to get off into that. You know, I want to say that I'm a blessed woman. I've had a very hard life. My life could have took a turn for the worse, but God kept me. I'm a kept woman. And because of that, I'm going to tell my testimony. I'm going to tell other things that happen eventually. But anyway, I'm just grateful. So y'all enjoy your Saturday. If you decide to support the book, which I will be so grateful, I appreciate you. And God bless you. I speak and decree and declare blessings over you. Y'all have a nice day. Enjoy this weather. And y'all be safe and wear your mask. I'm tired of masks too, but wear your mask. All right. Bye.